Hi, Yellow 6 students. Today we are going to be doing note-taking in our Social Studies composition book. So you'll need to take your Social Studies composition book out and turn to the page where we're starting on Ancient Egypt. Now on the first day back, I asked you to please label, because we didn't have a chance to provide you with things to cut out. I asked you to label your composition book for Ancient Egypt, in which you're labeling it with rivers, weather and flooding, irrigation farming, and natural defense. So today I'd like to give you notes on these different headings, starting with rivers. Okay, first bullet, and let me put it on present so that you can see it better. Okay, for rivers, the first bullet, Nile River, world's longest river, about 4,000 miles. Nile River, world's longest river, about 4,000 miles. The second bullet under rivers, used for farming, cooking, cleaning, drinking, transportation. I repeat, used for farming, cooking, cleaning, drinking, transportation. The third bullet, flows north, Upper Egypt is south, Lower Egypt is north. Okay, again, flows north. Upper Egypt is south and Lower Egypt is north. Okay, the next is weather and flooding. Weather/flooding. First bullet, overflowed every summer. Overflowed every summer. The second bullet, more dependable and gentle than the Tigris and Euphrates. More dependable and gentle than the Tigris and Euphrates. Okay, so they knew when the floods were coming, is basically what they're saying. So it was more dependable. Third bullet, floods left silt, rich soil, good for farming. Floods left silt, rich soil, good for farming. And the fourth bullet, in Lower Egypt, fertile lands were 100 miles wide. In Lower Egypt, fertile lands were 100 miles wide. Okay, the next heading is on irrigation/farming. Irrigation/farming. Okay, the first bullet, dams and basins were used to trap flood water. Dams and basins were used to trap flood water. The second bullet, storage pools were used to catch overflow of the Nile. Storage pools were used to catch overflow of the Nile. Third bullet, water was carried in skin bags and shadoofs. Okay, it's a container they use to carry the water. Water was carried in skin bags and shadoofs. Fourth, water could be channeled through canals. Water could be channeled through canals. Fifth bullet, grew wheat, barley, and flaxseed. Grew wheat, barley, and flaxseed. And the last bullet, papyrus. It's So reed plant that grew along the Nile, used for baskets, sandals, river rafts, and paper making. Again, papyrus, a reed plant that grew along the Nile, used for baskets, sandals, river rafts, and paper making. Okay, the last heading is on natural defenses. The first bullet is north. The delta left marshy conditions. There were no harbors. Okay, so north, the delta left marshy conditions. There were no harbors. South, cataracts, steep rapids formed by cliffs and boulders in a river. Okay, so in the south, they had cataracts, steep rapids formed by cliffs and boulders in a river. East, they have the Red Sea. And west, they have the Sahara Desert. Okay, so these are the natural defenses. Again, in the north, they have the delta that left marshy conditions. There were no harbors. In the south, they had cataracts, which are steep rapids formed by cliffs, boulders in a river. East, they had the Red Sea. West, they had Sahara Desert. Okay, now, if I was speaking too fast for you to write and jot this down, not to worry. If you go into your ancient Egypt assignments that was listed under your portfolio 1, you'll find it on slides 8 through 11. You'll find these notes on slides 8 through 11. Okay, so if you need to go back to these slides, look on your ancient Egypt assignments, slides 8 through 11. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of your social studies teachers. Make sure you copy this down in your composition book. It's good reinforcement as you're copying it down. You're learning this information. Okay? Thank you. Have a great day. Aloha.